Kapatid, narinig mo na ba to? God hates the sin but loves the sinner. Familiar, di ba? It is a common cliche na ginagamit ng mga Christians and even non-Christians to balance justice and mercy. Pero kapatid, if we will look at it strictly in biblical and theological perspective, makikita natin na it is oversimplified. And actually, some scholars argue na it is biblically imprecise. So now, let's break down why. First, the act of inseparability of agent and act. Sa Bible, mga kapatid, sin or kasalanan is not some abstract or floating cloud concept or idea na hiwalay sa tao. Sin or kasalanan is an act of will. Para mas madali nating maintindihan, ganito. Kapatid, hindi mo naman siguro pwedeng parusahan yung theft, which is yung act, na hindi kasama yung thief, which is yung agent. Sa madaling salita, para maparusahan natin yung kasalanan ng pagnanakaw, kailangang parusahan yung nagnakaw. At kung babasahin natin yung Psalm chapter 5 verse 5 and chapter 11 verse 5, malinaw na makikita natin doon na God hates all evildoers and His soul hates the wicked. So sa Bible, malinaw nang sinabi na yung galit ng Diyos ay direktang nakatutok sa gumawa ng kasalanan o sa mga taong nagrebelde. So, hindi talaga natin pwedeng paghiwalayin yung ginawa, which is yung act, at yung gumawa, which is yung agent, dahil sa harap ng banal na Diyos, itong dalawang ito ay magkadikit at magkasama. And also, sa John chapter 3 verse 36, makikita natin doon na yung divine wrath o banal na pagkapuot ng Diyos remains on them. Them referring to those people na nag-reject sa Panginoon. Kasi if we say na God only hates the sin, para na rin nating sinabi na yung sin o kasalanan ay para lang isang disease, sakit, dumi na dumapo o dumikit sa atin. But God's holiness sees us as responsible moral agents. Tayo ang responsable sa ating mga kasalanan. Mga kapatid, our rebellion is a personal rebellion against God's character. We aren't just sick, we are responsible. So ngayon, dahil responsible tayo, ibig sabihin ba nito, hopeless na tayo? No! This is where the atoning death of Jesus becomes mind-blowing. Instead of saying God hates the sin and loves the sinner, the more biblical way to put this is this: God is holy and justly opposed the sinner. Yet He is so loving that He sacrificed His only begotten Son on the cross to save us sinners from His own wrath. Yan yung sinasabi sa Romans chapter 5 verse 8, that while we are still sinners, Christ died for us. Christ Jesus took the judgment, the punishment on the cross that we deserve, so we could receive love, mercy, and grace that we don't deserve. Kaya naman, gospel is way more radical than cliche, because it's about the God who is 100% just and 100% merciful at the same time.